afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dame. We're off here to 2 versus 2 on Minsk Pocket here between Eastern Front Daily and K5DC Soap. We'll just be referring to as Soap because the other part flows off the tongue about as well, or rolls off the tongue, about as well as a bloody Rubik's Cube. Fighting here for the Reich, for Deutschland, for the Panzerbrigade Corps. Going up here versus Bene and Luke Alpha, fighting here for the Soviet Union, for the glory of Comrade Stalin and the 5th Soviet Tank Corps. And they both got counterattack. One's got shock rifle, other got mechanized support, shock army, and combined arms army there. Bullets is a bit of mix of infantry, sniper, and mortar and mines. Soap here, but he's gone straight off for mechanized assault. He's got infantry. We got Luftwaffe fortifications and special operations here for Eastern Front Daily. So a bit of assault troops up here and quick follow up with an MD42 there for Soap. We've got Eastern Front Daily, they're heading towards the point there in the centre. We got the surge sort of spreading a bit out here. Conscripts Maxims, whereas it just seems like conscripts here for Bene. Bene, I don't know. Point there being secured, troops are moving out. We got a bit of barbed wire going from front again. He's already opening up here, it looks like. Soap here's not. Oh, there you go. He's paying attention. He's paying attention. Quick rushing involved. He might take quick much. There we go. We got the constant rhyming. In which case, Soap will be forced to drop out of there and pull back for some reinforcements. Whatnot. We got ships engaging. Conscript moving up. They're coming up from the full grenadiers. Bit of fighting here in the centre. Again, he's pushing forward. He's got assault and an MD4 moving back. And apparently the right flank here completely open to a full Soviet advance under the command of Bene. And I mean, look, after Bene is fighting over here. Damn it. Conscripts there firing away. Assaulters are moving in. Assault engineers will, engineers they won't be standing much of a chance there versus the assault grenadiers. And we've got Y going up here, firing off this bit. All right, point there secured. More conscripts there on the way for Luke Alpha. Or just calling Alpha Luke. I think it's better. Steel post here versus the conscripts. Conscripts falling back here. Assaulters there with the MD42 in the centre, doing not much else there. We got a Maxim rolling up here for Luke. Point there secured. Grenadiers, pioneers moving down. More forces here arriving for Eastern Front Daily. While the fighting continues here on the left side. They could do with moving in more troops to support them. Looks like, oh, there we go. Soap pulls up the assault grenadier unit there. Engage the conscripts, but he leaves then the centre over them there. Quick hoorah there, of course he could follow up with a sprint to sort of hunt them down, sort of negate that little hoorah, but instead he sprints over here straight into the line of 5 to other units. I can't help but feel that was a slightly off decision there by Soap. Troops pulling up here, we got the Maxim up here. Looks like the conscripts did pull away. No, they're down here securing the point there. Got points here being secured, so it's anxious enough and it rushed towards it, it seems, from Luke just to wire that part off, which seems a bit interesting. Troops there stop by the Max from the building. And over here things have fallen a bit apart as well for the Germans. Not really a good start. A bit unfocused in some regards. A bit poor decision making there in some regards from Soap as well. And suddenly the Soviets are not sort of rushing up the centre. Get a mortar out here for Luke. Or Luck, whatever. Forces here versus conscripts. Eastern Front Daily's infantry is rather spread out. He might want to sort of focus things up a bit more, have them support each other. So far seems to be slightly winning out here. Slightly. If ever lightly. Right now he's wiring off and he's sandbagging here. He seems to be preparing a major defensive position. On the right side we got just Luftwaffe for Eastern Front Daily. We got an MD34 there being pulled up. The MD34 of course being the predecessor to the MD42. Also had a high rate of fire but not quite as high. It also was much harder to produce and also harder to maintain. So in that regard, the MD42 was, in some regards, on a higher strategic level, much more popular. And of course, it was again much easier to produce and also easier to replace. Plus, you could also change barrels much easier. Folks, MD42 holding up here, left-hand side being slightly secure. We got mortar sitting up here. Seems like here that Luke is sort of fortifying this part and. Sorry, setting up fortification. Again, it's not a bad idea. Overall, sandbags have sort of further prolonged defense, but wire, Maxims, mortars, there's just one problem part again. And I'll actually just briefly pause to sort of explain why. I mean, essentially, okay, Seems alright, you know, it's fantastic in some sense, but there's sort of two problems. One is sort of the overall strategic one, which is note where it's placed, right around here. Are there ways around it? Yes, there is. Easily. Is it guarding something frightfully valuable? Well, it's here, but again, it can't be circumvented, which again makes it a bit more tricky. So say it's guarding this. This, I suppose it does guard, but if for example it doesn't guard the fuel, in fact there's nothing guarding the fuel, which is overall to have been a higher priority there from Luke to, you know, maybe lay down some barbed wire and set up all that around here, rather than barbed wire, sandbags, maxims, and for what essentially amounts to an over-blitz parking lot. So in that regard, there are some problems there. Okay, I mean, you could imagine, you know, he could mortar here, but even then there's sort of a limit to how much they can do, and mostly so far the fighting is all over here, which also then sort of brings up the question, and again, he's actually posting quite a bit of manpower towards here specifically, which isn't really going to do much, which again is going to mean, you know, it's currently Bene who's going to be pouring all his manpower towards 2 players, which means, of course, he's going to be ground down here. So in that, guys, I'm sure you can imagine there's some slight problems there in terms of strategy and sort of also teamwork here from Luke Arthur. And then you might say, well, you know, even, you know, but, you know, what happens if he attacks, and even then there are some problems, because it's very much, you know, once the first line of defense is gone, there's not really much here. I mean, there's no further barbed wire. I mean, this kind of thing, and in particular, get this one really going, you need more barbed wire to sort of slow down any advance. You'd also need mines, because a quick vehicle rush, for example, could easily tear all of this apart. So, while in theory it seems nice, you know, once you actually examine it in terms of, you know, defensive ability and such, it's basically a house of straw, and in this case, the big bad Teutonic Wolf is just going to huff and puff and blow it all apart in moments. And overall, what this is going to achieve is not really much either, because the motor again is not going to be up much and maximum either. So basically what Luke Alpha is doing is posting a lot of resource time into something that's overall not going to help them much, and is overall going to draw away forces and resources away from, you know, what should be the primary point, which is, you know, attacking and harming the enemy and dealing with them. Overall, again, leaving the burden upon Bene's shoulders while this is on here for short survival. So, you know, a bit of a detour to sort of explain, but again, I figure, you know, once you get an opportunity like this, you know, I'd rather like to explain why I don't think it works. And even if it were to work, you know, you'd need to put in a lot more effort, but even more importantly, right, currently, it's not even very vital. I mean, considering how the battle flows, which again is partly dictated also by the enemy here, clearly focusing on the other half of the map, you know, the utility of it is overall rather questionable. We got another MG-34 by there arriving for Eastern Front daily. I mean, if we were to set up something similar, you know, barbed wire, sandbags, all that here in the center, it'd be much better. Of course, it'd be much more dominant position and so on. He should also consider, by the way, wiring off the sandbags, but yeah. So anyways, again, just some comments that we got here. Ben is probably being pushed back here by the offensive might of Soap and Eastern Front daily. Shock troops out from Ben, and there you go, smoke grenade. Interesting job, but not actually a bad idea there. So just get closer here. I mean, a lot of players just sort of get bomb grenade, but even then just a smoke grenade versus even regular troops just mean, of course, getting closer and they're getting shot at. Of course, here the infantry response here is rather poor one. Again, you know, rather than, you know, getting the hell out of there, just standing about there. I mean, allowing the submachine gun troops to get close. I mean, that's a rather poor tactical decision. And of course, in fact, he results in loss there by the looks of it for Soap, unless his man gets lucky there through the woods. Nope, he did not.
We have casualties.
So again, you know, also consider things there, not again badly done there by Bene, but the response from the Germans was lacking. Looks like we got some mines here though. Minen, Achtung. Of course, now we see another problem for the Germans. The sense is a bit open here, the Soats are pushing through. Now we do have up here this mortar helping a bit, you know, again, it does have some potential, but again, if all's happening over here, again, it's just basically nothing. Even then, we have a Maxim here doing nothing, which, you know, I mean, again, you know, if you're going to absolutely place it in a one where you sort of really, you know, need it, not in a place where there's not like going to be happening a lot. It rather becomes a bit questionable. Chuck doing in straight to the Stuart Punila. Crate shatter. Stuart Pioneers want to get out of there. We've got MD-34s and 42s there firing away at the conscripts. Mercilessly, violently, relentlessly. Wiping out the entire lot. We got shock troops in, we got the MU-34, not quite so clever, the MU-42 quickly stopping them. Mortar fire going down there. Shock troops moving up, the MU-34 might want to set up there again. Fire going down, we got a spare panzer headquarters moving up. He's got a bad group headquarters, but it's not something to do with anything. Got a Kedmer for there. Quick grenade there. A smoke grenade again. Very interesting, very interesting. Good use there in a sense, though. You also used this fragmentation grenades there earlier. All the way pushing forwards here. We've got another enemy head forward. We've got this course to show more to continue too far away, doing at least a bit of good there. And Luke has now gone for counterattack tactics. Troops there reinforcing. Nice vicious counterattack here for the Soviets. It force back the Germans a bit and pack them within the area a bit there, where the Soviet mortar from Luke actually works a bit. We got a fuel cache up here by the way from Bene. Well done, well done. Shock troopers falling back. Schwer Panzer quarters going up there. Soap has taken up, but it's not making use of it. He's by the way going up for 2 fuel caches there, really supporting him, but also his teammates. A good work there by Soap. Splendid in a sense, as that certainly also helps out Eastern Front daily in the longer run, which I would say is probably just as important, and certainly makes this a very good investment for Soap. Conscious they're moving here, they're straight into the Frost Grenadiers. Molotovs going off here. Eastern Front daily not quite paying attention. The attack ends up losing 2 squads. In fact, he just needs to try to shift them away. Also more interesting. Oh, he does get a unit there with a grenade, but even then he runs into his own Molotov. Bad, Bene. Bad. But you know, another thing to consider is considering the terrain here. I'm surprised he didn't just lay up some sandbags here and have his troops there, because there's a lot more open terrain here where you could then just shot the enemy down, compared to here where they could easily sort of swing about, get up close easily, and even have light cover to cover them on the advance. I mean, really, it's not a very good defense here. And again, sandbags up here would be a much stronger position for Eastern Front Daily's troops. You got some fighting mix here. At the same time, got an assault going up. It looks like he cleared out the barbed wire there. They're not sure what he did though. Where the assault's going through a sprint in. Max, some here a bit of trouble, getting clearly outmaneuvered. I mean, again, there's nothing to slow down the invader in this case. I mean, Soap was able to sprint past it before he fully able to shoot there. So in that regard, you did a good job there. Assault grenades off from them. Oh, that was weird. Cool down up, but out of the way, though. Of course, now the front here is open up. Of course, we also note here, even then, he's basically left all of this to get 2 large teammates there to, well, his teammate Bene, but now he's of course finally moving up troops here. But even then, there's Maxim, there's a mortar there stopping up him a bit. We got 2 mortars here, by the way, so we note he's actually posting in further more resources here. And of course, Bene won't be able to help him, because Bene is taking quite a beating, having to do most of the work. He's, by the way, taking up here with the Mechanized Armor Company. And by the way, we've got a rush here from Soap here, support Armor Corps. Wunderbar, wunderbar. Fallschirmjäger hit, did not seem to do much here as the shock was quickly got dealt with. Sturm punishing way into the system. I mean, it really likes, you know, sort of defensive works. I mean, here we got sort of, you know, rather heavy stuff, but again, no barbed wire, for example, to even help a bit there. But overall, not going to say it's a per se bad idea, but again, he very much feels like he's playing very defensively. And again, now it's forced, of course, to post into this, which is rather feels a bit like, you know, a detour, not really strategically viable in a sense. Again, though, the assault continues. Of course, a good move then maybe for Soap will be laying a smoke screen, but even then Maxim hasn't been recruited, which I really wonder why. And again, note here, he's been good using the assault. Just doing the assault here, by the way, quickly forcing the entire position to collapse further. Eventually, 2 there, engineers wiped out. Grenadier unit that got wiped out here by the mortar. That Soap needs to be a bit more sort of, you know, careful there when he's attacking. Keep a bit more move on there versus 2 mortars. Bit sensitive. Shocks are dealing with, at least attempting to deal with the fuel catch. Foxes moving in. Foxes dealing with the conscripts. Nothing's really happening from the Schwer Panzer quarters. It's there. He's got a light infantry gun on the way. Mortar gun hitting the conscripts in the building. Assaulters there getting the point. We've got mortars falling back. That shock troopers now being forced in by Luke here. I mean, he's doing some damage. I mean, in the end sense, I mean, even then now that finally, you know, Soap, by the way, has decided to charge, and of course, the question is he could easily try and, you know, probably better serve by outflanking it. That would probably do more damage, but even then, you know, we are seeing, you know, it's not quite having the full effect. I mean, it's still slowing down his opponent, and still getting some time here to do some damage with the mortar, so he's not causing up complete waste. But ultimately, in sort of terms, you know, a longer term, it's probably not going to be that strong, in particular now we've got a Panther 4 here on the way, and that basically is going to roll it up entirely. Shock trooper stuff neatly moving up here. Eastern Front Daily. Got a lot of troops, but they're not really focused. I mean, he's just sending in piecemeal at the moment, which is not really the most effective manner sort of playing out overall. Usually want a bit of coordination there. And there you go, Panzer IV. No problems there with the shock troopers. Kein Problem, mein Freund. Just blasting away there. Shock troopers continue to fire. Oh, shock troopers now. Points there being secured. Once more, the left flank is collapsing. Eastern Front Daily does seem to have a hard time there effectuating a defense compared to Luke, who does seem to have to know it, but overall just draws away resources from, you know, where fighting's actually happening. Shock troopers there, taking losses there to the Steel Pioneers, but again, note his troops are very much all fighting on their own, whereas Bene actually has troops fighting together. He's not blobbing up, no, but he's still fighting together, which Eastern Front Daily's troops doesn't seem to be doing. And we do seem to have something a bit more coordinated, finally arriving here from the north. Took him bloody long enough. Fatima is in the way, Foxco's pulling up. Got a smaller push here, could secure the Maxim as well. Panther will need a bit of repairs, but otherwise he should just move forward. Now we got him setting up further things here to block up the advance. He has, by the way, not teched up. We got an H-45 here from Bene though, to help slow down things a bit. Deal with the fascist tanks. Conscripts there, holding out in the building, continues to get pumped them on mortar and panzer fire. Assault gunners charging forwards again here, trying to deal with things, but we got larger contingent plus mortar crew there. A few explosions there, but no real casualties. Right now, Soap actually needs more infantry to pull through. He's only got one assault gunner unit, which is not really good offensively. So he needs to get more assault gunners who's going to need to pull this off, or maybe mechanized assault or something. There you go, he's moving up as well. Panther needs to be careful here. Now Bane is sort of forced to help his teammate, despite, you know, Luke never really helping Bane when he needed it. And now he's actually stripping the centre here to sort of further fortify the eastern flank. Meanwhile, looks like Eastern Front Daily, once he sort of gets units working together, sort of pushing up the left flank. That infantry gun holding up here as well. Eastern Front Daily can actually call in their Panther in a moment. There we go, and there we go. Good work. Max needs to get out of there. Would be a shame to lose it. Panzer going to be on the west. Looks like he's ticked back here for the Lactamigas Company. Not bad. Oh, does get the Maxim out there before it collapses under Soviet mortar fire. Troops here reinforcing and moving out. Lots of shock troopers there, by the way, for both of them. H-45 just shooting away. There we go, pushing up the left hand. Of course, now that's basically been stripped of any defense as well, to help try and hold up the right flank, which is now, of course, under increased pressure here from Soap.
We need to re-establish our supply lines.
Since apparently Luke never really factored in an armoured assault towards there. At least not at this stage. Got shock troopers, conscripts, stuff. Nia pushing up, and again, note what happens. Oh, he does seem to fall back a bit this time around. He realises, you know, maybe he should fall back once the Russian throws a smoke grenade. Maybe. And there you go. We actually got tax valiant assault units there, which increase sort of overall their combat effectiveness. It does not make them tougher, though. It's not from Mother Russia. It does overall let them do damage, and of course also allows them to sprint. So not overall bad, though. Of course, you still got to use cover, mate. In this case, it seems like Eastern Front Daily is not really using cover, which is overall slightly diminishing the effectiveness of the Valiant Assault, but still it's nice to see. He's still doing some damage. Got multi going first, the Foot's going to do this. Further fighting up here, shock troops now with for the Russia, but still in front of 2 machine guns. In fact, it's not quite working out. Smoke grenades going down there, plenty. We also got a German mortar firing down from the top. MG42 forced away. Got the Panzer IV moving down here. We got the Panther moving ahead there. Panzerkampfwagen 5. Pride of the Vaterland. MD crew there wiped out. There's the fire firing back the Panzer IV. Shock troops there under fire. Lots of more to fire here. The area is getting slowly flattened by all the artillery going down there. We've got a bit of a standoff here.
Prepared for action.
Troops reinforcing. We got another Panzer here, by the way, for Soap. Still no tech up here for Luke. It seems like he's playing at B4s and KV1s. Oh, Shockers pull off a nice flank here, by the way, getting behind here the lines of Eastern Front Daily before then beating a very heroic retreat, it seems. Panzer forces shifting approach here, not going to charge into the HLA5, not bad, not bad. Panthers doing nothing. I mean, I'm not saying he's just sitting it blindly, but, you know, a quick bit of harassment here and scouting could then maybe open up a path in this case. I mean, he could catch a Katyusha and knock it out. That guy, Eastern Front Daily, again needs to be a little bit more focused and working together with his units. Meanwhile, slow movements here. Bene and Luke sending troops into the centre. It's actually time here for the mid-game analysis. Current situation, the Germans a bit on the back foot in terms of territory. In other senses, though, they probably got the larger force and they're also doing some decent damage, but there's a bit of a disconnect there, though not quite as big, I feel, as the disconnect between the two Soviet players. Still, there are some problems sending in particular for Eastern Front Daily. You know, he needs to stop sending in his units one at a time. I mean, send them in piecemeal. He's sort of sending in at least 2 to 3, and again, not blob up, but just, you know, have them covering each other, slightly flanking and all that sort of stuff. He's got a Panther. I mean, in that sense, I suppose you could consider getting a Lux up next to sort of help punish infantry, or a Sturm Tiger. And you should try and sort of push up through here, sort of try to strike in behind the lines. Even a good flank can really do a lot of damage if well executed. Or you could, you know, just try to attack the base here. I mean, that guy, you know, moving up Sturm Tiger and just bombarding away here could be quite potent. It would in fact force them to sort of draw away from here and here, maybe towards here. But then again, considering how they're working together, could very well lead to complete collapse of the Soviets. Soap needs more infantry. Needs at least one more unit there, maybe more panzer gunners or assault grenadiers. By the way, he needs more troops. Oh, that's another fuel cache would be good, and maybe a Stuga he could of course save up for the Tiger at this stage. For Bene, more fuel cache is saving up for an IS-2 might also work out now. But otherwise, the bigger problem with the Soviets is basically, you know, they're working two very different strategies. Doesn't seem to be any coordination. In particular, Luke is very much sort of, you know, I've got my bit. I'm not going to do anything more than that in a sort of weird sense. And that guy, you know, is very much leading Bene to do all the heavy fighting. So there's some problems there. In particular, he's not taking up. And again, just K1 to the B4 could work, but at the same time, there's his Panthers and a potential attack and decent play there from Soap. That could easily not really get him anywhere. I mean, there's very much a big risk of that basically not working, in particular the way that Luke does play, which is not very coordinated. So there are some problems there for the Soviets, and it's certainly not looking too bright for them in the longer term. Right now, of course, it's looking, hey, we got most of the map, comrades. But longer term, there's definitely problems there, with again, with the lack of coordination. If the Germans can just coordinate a bit better, and Eastern Front Daily can work his units together, I mean, there's definitely a better chance there of them basically sort of hammering through the Russians and winning this fight. So, let's head back here to the battle. Patch 4, they're pulling back for repairs. Nothing else going on here in the base except a lot of units standing about. We got forces moving ahead here in march formation. Light artillery fire here. There's the conscripts hanging about this central victory point, and we got the HL5 there slowly running ahead here with focus sight. Luke is moving up to support their bit, and there you go. Troops under fire here, taking loss of the infantry gun and the MG34 here. Could use some incendiary umpers now to increase damage, penetrating particularly versus the shock troopers. It does work wonders, but no smoke grenade. 3 air panzer quarters covering in the north. HL5 here firing away, not really getting any hits off though. We might got another shot going in. Maxim. And there we go, we got a sprint going in, getting behind everything. Good job, good job. Looks like he's focusing down the field gun crew here. If you can get that before he gets, you know, knocked out, he could allow the Panther 4 to move in. Veteran defeat though, there you go, force away. Looks like the Pioneer's still there. And the Pioneers finish off the job, allowing the Panther 4 to break through here. Decently executed there by Soap. Nice little sort of assault though. I think the Panther 4's got a bit sooner to get there. Katyusha firing in. Panther breaking through in the centre. Heavy loss of the infantry. Got another valiant assault. I mean, it's been ages since I've seen a Oberkommandos player use valiant assault, but not valiant. 5 in. He's been knocked out here by the Panther. Panther 4 could also get behind here. And there you go, Panther gets a kill. Collapse here of Luke. He's getting K1s now though, he is getting K1s. But his infantry is getting absolutely murdered here by the advance of the Panzerkampfwagens. At the same time, the sensors also collapse here. There's nothing there to throw in them at them. Looks like here we're seeing here that Bene is forced to get another issue 5, dropping any plans on any IS-2, it seems, at least not anytime soon. Now they could even make a push there for the enemy fuel point and overall hold the fight there. Panzer force advancing, troops advancing up here. Panzerdick there secured by Volksgrenadiere. We got shock troops there run off as well. I mean, basically right now they could take it home most of that. They could even, I think, push into the Serb base and knock it out. I mean, they got 2 Panzer force and a Panther, of course. Got a B4 going up now, of course. I mean, they've seen it from other Rush, at least one through them, so they should be aware there's definitely a chance of a B4 coming. If they could push into the Serb base now, maybe cancel that, that would be, you know, good for them. Of course, now in the Air-5, of course, any assault here is going to be a lot more tricky, with the K1 being able to soak up the damage while the Air-5 does it, but it's going to have to require them working together. So there are some potential issues there. Troops hanging about there. Mechanized regiment now going up here for Eastern Front daily. I suppose one thing you could do right now is just trade fuel and then begin setting up for the Königstiger. And crush his enemies under 60 tons of Krupp steel. Troops there hanging about there.
What is it?
We have orders.
The new men have arrived. Grenadiers ready.
Bit quiet there, we got the B4 firing. I'm guessing a bit blindly here. Left flank, hoping Bene takes advantage of that.
Taking fire!
Luke's got a large force doing nothing.
Awaiting command. Squad at full strength.
Again, leaving Bene to do most of the fighting here. Fightmakers only got the conscripts. The FT-42 rifles taking easily care of those conscripts. Folks, they need to support again. He's sending them in piecemeal, not coordinate, not focused. Jogs was here dealing with the Volksman's easily sent force retreat. There you go, Volksman's retreat in time this time around.
Shock troops here.
Bene again, note between the two forces here. Who's got the larger force is also doing most of the work. Oh, looks like Luke is finally getting some movement on there. I think now Soap is actually getting a bit too passive. He could end up making the same mistake here as Luke. He should push forward again, trying to flank, do some damage here on the sides. That would be pretty beneficial in the end. They could sort of try and outmaneuver their opponent. Got the K1, H-35 here. Infantry streaming forwards. And another Fallschirmjäger unit here for Eastern Front daily.
Achtung! Prepare for action.
Units under fire. Shock troops moving ahead here. Still no sun incendiary around here, and we got an artillery barrage going down as well. Grenades going off. They're going to pop maybe incendiaries, but either way. Barrage here doesn't really do much. And that seems to be all the support from Soap at the moment. He's not even moving his Panzer force to even so, you know, try and outflank this force and get behind it. Which he could easily do. I mean, he's got the path here. Can even sort of try and drive behind here and get behind them really, because there's absolutely no mines here. And a good flank right there could do a lot, sort of basically crush him. Instead, we're taking the shorter flank here, not a deep flank. Clearing up the maximum here. K1, it should have fired there. If Eastern Front Day was then to move the Panther from the other side, he could probably get the work done here. One Panther for damage, pulling them back here. Tiger summed up by Soap. Tiger bereit. Conscripts marching ahead into the fire of the Panzers. There you go, Panther moving ahead. There, need to be careful though. Shot bounced off. H-35 almost got in its sights here. Panther force attacking, over one remaining. K1 almost knocked out. Veterans 1 H-35 opening up. There we go, close range. Got some good damage in there on the Panther. Needs to get behind the H-35. Get behind it. Keep driving and don't expose the rear. Blitzkrieg, for heaven's sake. Blitzkrieg right now. Keep because of the same as the Panther for almost basically 2. Another hit there from the Panther down to half health. H-35 is far from that. There you go, Blitzkrieg. Now note what he's doing here. This is the bad flank. And again, I'm just briefly going to stop and pause and explain, you know, when you're doing your flank, the best way when it comes to deal with these things is not to take the farthest away route. I mean, note, you're not dealing with a turret. you're dealing with the full entire thing there. In this case, you know, taking the wrong path can actually allow you to sort of just basically swing the entire thing and get your train out. When it comes to these things, stay as close as them and just get behind them quickly. In this case, what's happening here is basically allowing it to turn reasonably fast enough. It doesn't help here. It's also, of course, staying close to K1 a bit there. But there you go. Panther down. That was a bit wasteful. Panther 4 needs to flank now, get his got the Tiger moving. There we go. He blitzes. And there you go. Offensive blitz. Agent 5 down. And KB1 knocked out as well. Got another Agent 5. He got a B4 shot here. Almost hitting the Tiger, but not quite. Luke here's forces are falling apart while Ben is doing his best to, you know, hold together what he already has. As Soapy is just unleashing the full might of oh, mine went off there. Down the engine further here, but still the Panther was trying to make it out of here. K1 rolls ahead, and the K1 was certainly quite formidable foe in the early stage of the war. Of course, as war progressed and armor penetration capability of the Gen Force increased, it became less potent. So it sort of tried to upgrade to the KV-85 sort of as an interim solution before the IS-2, which then had a bit more punch, which then helped a bit as well. But overall, the KV, of course, in the end sort of went out. There's also action basically with units which could really get the IS-2s and so on. So we'll still see action here and there, even in the later stages of the war. Point there being secured. B4 firing. Panda 4 here, almost knocked out. Trying for fuel here, and getting reasonably close there to being able to call in the King Tiger. Just one more minute, actually. Maybe and a half, maybe, and then get the King Tiger out and, well, plant a jackboot in the face of Bene. And look, oh dear, Panther 4 got knocked out. Not sure what happened there, maybe a mine or the ST5. They got off his shot, knocking it out. CoH2 on the way again here for Bene. No more fuel catches, neither from the German player are they again. Nope. I do feel these should be a bit more aggressive again. He's got a huge chunk of his force now holding back. I mean, he's pulling a bit of a look here. Luck. Demo chance they're wiping out entire Fudge-Meg unit by the looks of it, and by the sound of it, from the last shots I heard. K1 there was not knocked out, so here in this case, Luke was able to recruit and get it back in the fight. You got another assault here from Soap. Panther 4 with a Tiger in support. Eastern Front Daily did not wait for the King Tiger, instead he went for the Panther. Again, you know, fair enough at this point. Apart we were just saying, you know, go for the King Tiger and get the job done. We've got Eastern Front flanking over the Tiger and the Panther 4. Not bad, not bad. Too bad. There's nothing screening it and it's too close. In this case, and there we go. Panther 4 with Veteran 1. A good blitzkrieg right now could easily, you know, outflank it. Smoke grenade here, and a nice attempt, but again, Blitzkrieg doesn't care. Blitzkrieg drives through smoke. So in this case, maybe a mine or something wouldn't help, but there you go. HF5 knocked out here, coming down to 5 for the K1. Neither tank hits though. Console's down the run. And now Bene doesn't really have much left here to add to the fight. He's pretty much expended it all. And note here, I mean, Luke is floating a ton of fuel. Imagine again, he not just played for KB1s and B4s, but actually, you know, teched up and gone for something to support his teammate. You know, this fight would have looked easily a lot more different. Instead, they're basically losing out here. Fuel cache there back to Frank. We got another light slip barrage going down there. Bunking in an attempt to stall things up. Katrusha barrage here. Leaves one guy dead, the rest with a stubbed toe or something. Units there being pushed away. Second Panther ready. Still kind of disappointed he didn't go for a, well, Königstiger. Getting a lot of fuel now, though, of course, not quite as much as his teammate. And the Soviets are pretty much getting nothing. Panther being repaired. Could make an armor push here, I suppose. At this point, of course, he could just go for another Panther Storm T. Of course, he could try now going for the King Tiger. Troops here milling about a bit. Looks like we got Bene trying sort of to form a defensive line, but there's not really much he can do to defend himself with against tanks. He's not got the resource anymore. Now he goes himself here for a mechanized armor company here. Now that Chili barrage in. More fighting gets called up. Tiger actually takes quite a bit of damage here from K1, but I guess also the B4, which actually gets the Tiger. That's quite unfortunate there for Soap, though he immediately replaces it. In this case, Panther there, damaged engine, not looking good there. If the K1s were to move out, they might have a slight chance there versus if they could flank it. In particular, since the Panther force pulling away support. There you go, shot actually went through there. And there you go, they're flanking. Eastern front there needs to just pull back, but it's too late. Rear's exposed now. And none of the shots are really bouncing off. Oh, there you go, shot bounce. No, he's pulling away here. He's got Foster moving up with Panther Rex, and we got Foster moving with Panther first. Panther almost knocked out. If you can just keep bouncing shots though. There you go. Looks like the Panther survived this time around. That was bloody close there. Artillery strike going down again. His Soap is just calling it in like rain. Second time there, artillery barrage going down. Direct hit on the Tiger, almost knocking it out. Shock to resist stopped by single maximum of assault grenadiers. Another K1 here for Luke. So he even builds this and then he doesn't even bother using it. Come on, Luke. For luck. Bit of fighting here for us because they've been pushed back here by shock troopers in a brutal brawl. And we got a Luftwaffe assault going down here, quickly putting a stop to those. Falling down another Fallschirmjäger unit here. Conscripts charging straight into the Fallschirmjägers though. Not really a happy occasion there for the conscripts. K1 moving up here. No support because it's all far removed. Come on, Snow. Bit more coordination, please. If possible. Now he's got too much population to call in the King Tiger. Not a lot of victory points left there. They are rapidly ticking down. Luke's charging in his K1 there all on its own. Straight into a field gun in the hands of the fascists. And there we go. K1 knocked out, and there we go. GG from Bene. Game over.
The enemy is about to defeat us. We have only 10 points remaining.
Troops coming up here. And there we go. Game over. Match over. You know, somewhat not your typical Monday Night fight. The problems we are mostly on the larger scale against strategic mistakes, but also team play mistakes. I mean, again, you know, there's a clear disconnect between Bene and Luke Alpha, which overall meant, you know, Bene basically had to do all the work, which again, in those cases, resulted in him getting ground down. Again, the theory of Luke was, you know, decent, but overall, it wasn't cohering what was actually happening on the battlefield, which meant it was actually a pretty poor choice. Pulled away resource from there, again, further left, you know, Bene to do all the fighting, plus, you know, poor strategic tech up, relying too much on his stocks, and you know, it's not really that good for it. In particular, also playing a lot of fuel and overall caused a lot of problems there. So in that regard, you know, he basically left Bene to do all the work, and Bene basically just split out. He did his best, but ultimately, since Soap and Eastern Front Daily were better coordinated, it was eventually going to be a loss there, unless, of course, Soap and Eastern Front Daily were complete clowns, which they aren't. That's not to, of course, they played perfectly. There was some problems with Soap with holding back too many resources himself, you know. He could have been a bit more aggressive with that, but otherwise, you know, played nicely. Eastern Front Daily needs coordination. It's better. There's just too many times just sitting one unit at a time getting murdered, then sitting another one also, you know, defending better. He could have defended up here rather than standing him up there, you know. Also a bit too much fighting Mega Spam, and I'd say the second Panther could have been easily been a King Tiger instead of things would have probably fared better. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. Of course, that is what these Monday novice fights are for. Learning mistakes, hopefully getting players better. If you did, you know, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send a replay and apart from feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Dating. Cheers, and thank you for watching. Bye.